me flip it. Okay, I'm in the studio. Um, hello.
Ooh, I can see it now. I can see the little 3-dot light up thing. So hopefully they can hear us. That's so weird. Same device, just going in through a different thing. Somebody say banana if you can hear us. I can see audio activity now, whereas before. Okay, you want to start over? Let's go back and come back in and pretend like it never happened. You want to do that?
Okay, take 2.
Okay, hold please. Oh, excuse you.
Cannot fly. Yeah, don't actually exit. Let's. Okay, we're brand new. We're on
3, 2, 1. Hello.
Hello.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means.
It's the Wednesday night
Bead Plays live party.
That whoop, whoop. Yeah, that thing. I don't know the words.
Oh man, I don't know what that was about. If you're new here, I'm Abby.
And I'm Becky.
And we are part of the Bead Place. We are a brick and mortar bead and yarn shop in the St. Louis area. Also an online retailer and wholesaler of beads, jewelry supplies, fiber art supplies, all kinds of supplies. Any supply you need for fun and creativity, chances are we got it.
It's true.
Yes. So sorry about that weird audio thing. I streamed earlier today and there was no issue. There was like a StreamYard update and things are like in different spots now. And like I thought that if Becky went in through the app that just got updated, it would be cleaner.
Nope.
But we had no audio. It showed we had audio. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
What are we doing tonight?
What are we doing tonight? We are opening up our monthly fun pack. You might be wondering, what in the world is a monthly fun pack? Well, don't worry. I am going to explain it to you. And I'm also going to send it to you in text form on a through a link.
Yeah.
Send you a link so you can read about it. So basically what we do is it is a monthly subscription that you can sign up for, or you can just try it one time if you want to check it out without like committing. But we promise you, once you try it out, you're going to commit because it's fun. So it is $35. If you subscribe monthly, it is a $5 discount. And it is always way over $35 in value, like way over.
Because we have fun packing them.
Have poor impulse control. We have no self-control. And we just really, really like adding things to it to make it just right.
Everything. So, we want it to have everything.
Yeah. Basically how it works is you receive a lovingly curated surprise collection of our staff picks for the month. Usually it's a different theme each month. We kind of are going with like a nature kind of vibe this year. Sometimes, you know, it's just whatever we're feeling. So each pack will include a variety of beads and bindings and DIY supplies, sometimes some wild cards in there to create a variety of projects. Mm-hmm. So like I said, you can subscribe monthly to save $5. And then like if you subscribe, like let's say you subscribe today on the 9th. Next month, that payment will hit on the 9th. So basically your payments are processed on whatever day you initially signed up for. But I did want to let you guys know that the pack that we're opening tonight has already shipped out. There are 2 left. So if you want to race to see if you didn't get this pack, I'm going to share a link in just a second where you can grab one of the last 2.
Yeah, we always ship these out and then we do this kind of a show the second week of the month, so there's no spoilers. The people who have subscribed already have it, and occasionally we'll have 1 or 2 left over.
Yeah,
but yeah, so what we're going to go through tonight is what people should have gotten last week
if you are a subscriber.
Yes. Yeah.
So we are also going to join you guys tomorrow at noon, or you can join us tomorrow at noon Central if you would like to see more projects made with what we are showing tonight.
We're just going to do more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's switch to hand cam.
It's a watermelon.
It is a watermelon.
Isn't that cute?
Alrighty. Pick one and open it up, Becky.
I will open this one here, okay. Abby.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We're so just like
go back to
frazzled.
face. Go back to face.
If you guys don't mind, before we get started, please remember to like this video if you're watching on YouTube, heart the video if you're watching on Facebook, and share it with your friends. We would appreciate it. Okay, back to hand cam.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. That was weird, right?
While I'm opening this, who do we have in chat? Let's say hello.
I am looking for where comments start.
Oh, there's confetti.
Right. We have Zakia. Hey, we have Kayla, Cherie. Hello, Sue, Linda, Susan, Sherry, Caroline, Eugenia. Hello. If you're watching and chat and haven't said hello yet, feel free to say hi. No pressure. All right, let's see what we got.
Okay. Ooh, we're going to open the seed bead mix first.
Show a cute little label.
Cute little label. Oh, yes. Yes.
Put a little cute little label on it.
Abby made that. Isn't that cute?
Yeah. So if you love this seed bead mix and you need more, or if you love the seed bead mix and didn't subscribe or are not getting a monthly fun pack, we do have this watermelon juice luxury seed bead mix available individually as well. So
a la carte.
Link that for you also. This is, I know I probably say this a lot, but this is probably my favorite seed bead mix that we've ever made.
I love it.
It's just juicy. Like, it makes my mouth water.
Is this a Picasso finish on these?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't eat the beads.
We don't eat the beads.
No. So, yeah. Different sizes.
Hello.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Carol. Diane, hello.
So, yeah, it's all what's in here.
We have a mixture of Czech and Japanese, modern and vintage, glass seed beads in size 11, 8, and 6. You will see 2 different sizes of 6. I know that sounds weird, but different manufacturers make the sizes slightly different. So like the dark green one that Becky just pointed to at the bottom there, that's a size 6, but it's a slightly different like width because it's a different manufacturer. That one's a vintage Toho, I think.
Awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say Toho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else in there is either Preciosa, Czech, or Miyuki. Yep. All right. What's next?
Let's move these little guys over. I'm digging all the pink in here, and I'm not usually a pink person, but that's a fun mix. Okay, so there's 3 other bags. Let's open this one. This cute little bitty stuff in here. By the way, I've not seen any of this yet.
Okay, so this bag is all the itty bitty cuties. So we have a mixture of faceted crystal rondelles and bicones. We have you can't have good watermelon without the seeds. They always say that the watermelon with the seed tastes better than the watermelon without the seed. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they used to say. So I put some Japanese drop seed beads in there as well. So we've got like the bigger black drops and then the smaller white drops, and that was the watermelon seed.
The seeds,
so it's a little seed packet, and we couldn't have just the seed packet, so we had to add some of the watermelon color in with the
greens
little seed
and
packet.
pinks. Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. The drops are extra cool. Let's open up this one bag. Oh, I see more seeds in this one too. This is the big seeds.
Sue says, I love the watermelon seed bead mix. It has been very popular. Thank you.
Yeah, we've had this in the store for a couple days, and it's been popular.
Yeah. So
neat. Look at these.
Sheree says you need a banana mix and a blueberry pie mix.
Maybe we will.
That's a good idea.
Maybe we will.
Yeah, so we've got some fun, unique shapes here. We have some vintage and modern resin and lucite beads. So we've got one of, you guys know I love those Japanese resin half moon beads. So we've got a big watermelon, just like a slice of watermelon.
Yeah.
And then we have some like watermelon color, vintage lucite resin, or not resin, I'm sorry, vintage lucite melons.
And they're corrugated,
Yeah.
Elongated melons.
Yeah. And then we have some of the beautiful kind of glowy vintage lucite that are like iridescent. Can you do a little flashy flash from side to side with those? They look like cat's eye kind of fiber optic. So those are real fun. We've got a couple different sizes of those. And then,
extra cool.
Yeah, we wanted to do watermelon seeds that were a little bit bigger too. So we have some Indonesian wood here that's fair trade as well, that are watermelon seed shapes. And I could not help myself. When I was making these mixes for you guys, I had to start playing with some earring ideas with those watermelon seed beads. So also in this bag, be careful when you open this bag, we wanted to include some Austrian crystal flatbacks.
Yeah.
Because we have an idea for you, and we don't want you to feel obligated. But the thought was you could glue some of these flatback crystals on the watermelon slice bead, and then maybe like wire or drape some of the green mix seed beads here, like around the outside of it, to make it a watermelon pendant. Don't you think that would be cute?
I do. Pick them up. Yeah.
That's
maybe Abby will make one for you.
Sure. I will do that. I'm going to scooch you back this way. All right. Yeah. Terry says,
so
Becky, that looks so much like a fresh fruit bowl. Hi, Abby.
I know.
It does.
Where's the other one?
It does.
Where's the other one?
I don't know. I'll find it.
It was here a second ago.
Don't worry about it.
There's 5.
Yes. Kayla says, I bought extra tubes in person and no regrets. The watermelon month might be my favorite so far. Oh, thank you.
Where's the other one go? It's going to bother me. I had it in my hand.
We'll find it.
Just stuck my finger.
Did it fall inside your ring?
I don't know.
That's funny. We'll find it. No big deal.
Yeah. I don't know. It's there somewhere.
Sheree says this is an awesome mix. Love juicy watermelon colors.
And we're not done yet. But wait, there's more.
Look what Sheree said before we even mentioned it. I just hadn't gotten to her comment yet. I would add some black beads glued to the pink half circle and make it a pendant. That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Hi,
yeah, maybe Abby will do that for us.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. This last bag, holy cow.
Oh yeah, that bag is full.
It is packed.
Full. So there's a ton of stuff in this bag. There's gemstones, glass, all kinds of stuff.
Tell us about that one.
That guy is, what is he? He is, I believe he is heat treated quartz.
It's almost crackly inside.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's like heat treated crackle quartz in that beautiful kind of like light green color.
Yeah.
Hi, Tina. Hello. Tina says, look at all those beautiful colors.
Ooh, the table cut.
Debbie, we're just getting into it. No big deal.
Yeah. A green melon.
Yeah. So
the shiny green.
Got all kinds of beautiful check glass in there, big and small, some specialty shapes. I did want to let you guys know that I put one little bird bead in there because birds like watermelon too.
Aww.
So it's a baby chick, and my parents' neighbor has chickens, and we have had so much fun. Well, I've only gone over there once, but Parker and my parents have had so much fun taking the watermelon rinds over to feed the chickens.
Aww.
So I had to put a little chicken bead in there. I just thought that was cute.
A couple spikes.
Yeah.
I love these. I love the finish on these.
I know. Those are so perfect. They're like frosty.
Yeah.
So
there's flowers too.
There's some glass pearls. There's some flowers that are like light and dark green. There are all kinds of beautiful, beautiful beads in there. What was the other thing I wanted to mention? Oh, these little guys. These are gemstones. Aren't they gorgeous? These are heat treated mica, I believe. Mica quartz.
Very cool.
What was the other thing I wanted to mention on those guys? Oh, I put hearts in because to me they kind of look like watermelon slices. And I thought that like combined with the little flowers or something, I just thought they could look like a slice of watermelon. Like if you combine them kind of like that.
It's darling.
It is darling.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to have fun playing with these.
I will catch up on comments. Let's see.
One, the fire polish with the red on part of it. And this one has the green on it.
That's right. The vintage fire polish. I forgot about that. So I included a lot of vintage 6mm fire polish. There are beautiful black beads that have flashes of hot pink, kind of magenta. and then flashes of dark and light green. And then like a volcano finish as well on a like chartreuse color. Becca says, "Don't eat the beads." Yeah, that warning is good for this pack because this is a very mouth-watering kind
I'm
of
wearing
pack.
that shirt today. Oh, look at these.
That's yeah, more watermelon seeds.
Yeah.
Black with the AB finish pips.
Yeah.
Sheree
Very
says,
cool.
"Love the light green with the melon colors." Debbie says,
Ooh,
"I
these are
love
nice.
the watermelon theme this month. So cute."
Yeah.
Thank you. Zakia
These
says,
little bitty ones.
"Absolutely fun beads." Tina says, "LOL, I'm thinking of red and green peppers." Yeah, these colors could definitely work for that. Just pick out some of the pink, or maybe the pink is like the tablecloth or the bowl that the peppers are in. Sure. That would be super cute.
It's a whole picnic.
Yes, definitely. Debbie says, "Beautiful." Oh, Sheree says, "Weird background noises when you talk, Abby." Well, shoot. I don't know.
But just when Abby talks, or me too?
Oh, hold on. Does this fix it? I had audio settings weird from when we were messing with the audio. Sheree, let me know if you don't mind if that little adjustment that I made fixed it. And thank you for letting us know.
Yes.
Tina says, "But I do see the watermelons. Yummy." Debbie says, "I love the beads in this." Debbie says, "How can I tell the difference between vintage beads and non-vintage beads?" Well,
that's a great question.
I can pull the vintage beads to the side to show you. These are all vintage. These green ones in here are vintage. Oh, sorry. These green ones here are vintage. Awesome. Thanks, Sheree. These guys are vintage. The black fire polish with the metallic colorful coat.
Did you mean this mix or just in general? How do you decide if they're vintage?
These are vintage. All the fire polish in here is vintage. I'm
just making little piles.
These are vintage. And I want to let you guys know that our store has been open over 20 years. So we have a lot more vintage beads than I'd like to admit, really. Just because, like, we don't buy stock with the idea of like, oh, let's sell it all. When we buy, we always buy way too much because we love it so much and we want to keep it around forever. So that's why we have vintage. We have a lot of vintage beads. Yeah. And they're not necessarily like marketed as vintage beads, but they've just been around here so long, or we've bought from vendors that have had them for so long.
What counts as vintage? How many years?
20 plus years.
Okay.
And then antique is 100. Now, depending on which industries you're looking at, those numbers can change. But in the bead world, most people agree upon the terms that vintage is 20 plus years and then antique is 100 plus years.
And retro is somewhere in there too. I don't know what retro is.
I think retro is just a style. Like it's the style of something that is
like 80s or 90s themed, kind of a cool. I'm just making little piles here of what's what.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of retro, we have something really cool coming up this weekend. I'm glad you said that. We have a ton of retro beads that are going to be here this weekend. I don't know if any of you have heard of the Whole Bead Show. I feel like we've got a lot of like kind of relatively new beaders that have been hanging out with us lately in our chat, as well as a lot of seasoned beaders. But just so everybody knows, the Whole Bead Show is and was a fantastic bead show that has been around for a long time. And so Ava Motherwell is the person who runs the Whole Bead Show, and she sells beads as well. So her collection is vintage and vintage inspired beads, buttons, findings, all kinds of cool stuff. like costume jewelry components. So Ava has been collecting beads as like a career since the 80s, I think the late 80s. And so she travels to Europe to find really cool components and to manufacture her own components. A lot of vintage German glass, which you guys know I love. A lot of vintage and vintage inspired, like lucite and resin and plastic and things like that. But really high end, unique components. Lots of really cool buttons. You making a mess over there?
Yeah.
So awesome lucite. A lot of German stuff, mostly German stuff, from what I understand. So a lot of people are coming into town here for the show. So it's this Saturday, and I shared that link with you guys in chat. We do have hotels super close by if you want to come into town. Literally staring at 3 hotels right out our front window, and we're right off the interstate. Super easy to find. If you are not able to make it this weekend, we will be doing an Ava's Picks mystery box, which I just linked in chat for you guys. It's a $25 box, and you can let us know what your favorite colors are, and you can receive a mystery selection of goodies that are curated by Ava Motherwell. So it's a mixture of all kinds of fun stuff. If you want to check out the kinds of beads that are included, you can click the link that I just shared, and there's a ton of pictures. You won't get those exact beads necessarily. You might, but just a wide variety of beads. So I did want to let you guys know that before I forgot. What you making, Becky?
I don't know. I'm going to need some tools and some materials in a second here, some wire or something. I don't know. What should I make?
Would you want to grab tools and I can share my ideas for the earrings, or do you want to do the other way around? Like I grab tools while you kind of plan.
My feet are asleep, so you're going to have to do the walk-in. I don't know why my feet are asleep right now. So she's going to have to do the walk-in. Yeah, get me whatever tools and whatever supplies you think I might want to use. Okay. I don't know what I'm making yet.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it, dude.
I like these shows when I just like make stuff on the fly. Yeah, so let's think about that. While I'm thinking about that, what did everybody have for dinner? We went to a new restaurant. It is a robot restaurant, but it's not all robots. It's just robots making like the hibachi type stuff. And then there's a whole menu and actual people bring you your stuff. But and they had the best dressing on the salad. It was like a pumpernickel kind of a honey pumpernickel kind of a dressing. It was really interesting. It was good. And the crab rangoon there, oh my gosh, it was the best ever. And I know Abby really enjoyed her meal also. She had what do you call those things? Inari.
Yeah.
She had some inari, little hot pocket with like tofu in it, and all kinds of dipping sauces, and it looked really cool. And then she got a bowl from the hibachi and put like veggies in it and stuff. And next time I'm gonna try that. I wasn't brave enough to do that today. And our waitress was really nice, and we'd be back. Well, we'd go back. Anyway. So let's see. Oh, I wanted to show off my bracelet. So if you watched us last week, we did the color combo. And this month the color combo is deep teal, aqua, and tangerine. So on our Wednesday show last week, you guys helped us pick out some beads. And then on the Thursday one, I started making this, and there it is. It's done. Got the chain in there.
Do we think that's a good green?
Yes. Chain.
All kinds of options for
we got the tiger's eye. We got the eyeballs. All kinds of stuff.
Oh, did you want me to link that? I missed what you were saying. What are we doing? Choose your own adventure from this month?
Yeah. And do we have any more of the packs left?
Yeah, I think we
made up
maybe 6 left.
Yeah. So you can get a smattering of a mix of these beads. So you can make something similar. We have this month, and we have a couple from last month, and we might have a couple from other months. I don't know. They're going fast. But so this is the latest. And then next month, we'll do the next color combo. The color combo is originated from Carrie Griffiths and Paula Keene. in the Facebook group called Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists. So that's that. Okay, Abby brought me some magic stretch and Opalon, my favorite, which is Eslon, some green soft flex, and some white soft flex. Ooh, the green and white soft flex. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do. Yeah. Hey, Abby, can you bring me a bead stopper?
I am on my way with one.
I have an idea.
I'm on my way with two.
I have an idea.
That's mine. That's yours.
Okay.
I did not bring you earring stuff.
That's okay. That's okay.
What you need? I get it.
I think I have everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys remember a long time ago, Abby had a bracelet pattern. I think it was called Fairy Bangle.
The fairy bangle.
I'm going to do something kind of like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Do I need to cut more than necessary off here?
How are you differing it from the fairy bangle?
Well, I've never actually made the fairy bangle, so I don't know how it's made, but I'm going to do my kind of version of it. Do you wrap it around several times, or do you have just several strands of each color?
Mine has always been one big long length of soft flax, and I have used anywhere from 3 to 5 feet
Okay.
at a time.
Okay.
And I cut it first.
Okay. I'm going to do the green and the white.
Okay.
So should I do like 5 feet of each, or?
No, I would do 2 feet of each.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay. We're going to say that this is 2 feet. And I will cut this one equal to that one. I was telling them about our dinner, and I asked them what they had for dinner.
Yeah.
Really pretty back. Thanks. I like it too.
Kayla says, I'm definitely ready to see/buy the vintage beads when Ava comes on Saturday.
Oh, me too. I'm so excited.
I know. I keep looking at the sample pictures over and over again, trying to figure out what I want to buy.
It's like you said 2 foot length of both colors?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like you guys see in the movie Empire Records. It's like, it's Rex Manning Day. Like the celebrities coming and we're hosting them and it's going to be fun.
Debbie says, what was the big pink watermelon piece? If you're talking about this one, Debbie, that is modern Javanese resin.
It's drilled like this.
Yeah.
It's drilled like that.
Sue says, I'm planning to be there on Sunday.
Yay.
Awesome. Yay. Well, we're excited.
Yeah.
That'll make it even more fun.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to start putting beads on either of the lengths, and sometimes I'm going to put both wires through one bead. Is that right? That is what I see in the picture.
You can do whatever you want to do. However, what I've always done is just work with one at a time.
Okay.
And I like string a few beads and then put it in a circle and then take the wire through one of the beads that's already on there. And then I string a few more beads and then maybe I loop it through another bead that has a big enough hole. So I feel like the big hole ones for you are going to be these melons.
Yeah.
And or some of the size sixes.
Yeah. Okay.
These, I wanted to tell you, these are large hole beads though. So you could use these.
Oh, that's interesting too.
There we go. That's
interesting too. Okay. Well, as usual, I don't understand Abby's instructions. So
that's rude.
Well, we just explain things way different than each other.
I feel like what you have in your head is different. And
yeah.
You should just go with what you have in your head. Because
yeah,
I don't know what you're doing with the two.
Yeah, it's going to be close enough.
Okay.
And yeah. No, I didn't mean it that way. It's just
we
explain things very differently and we both learn things very differently. So we're opposites in almost every way.
Tina says, Becky, you're too honest. I would have said I'm not making a mess. I'm not caught up on comments, so I don't know what that was in reference to, but that's funny.
Yeah.
Debbie says, I can't come in person, but I'd love to get some on your website. Yeah, awesome. The Ava's pick boxes are going to be super cool because it's stuff that like will not have seen before, which is fun. And it's a fun surprise to just like have a little bit of an idea of what you're going to get, but then it's like, it's cool no matter what, but it's just a surprise.
And Ava is curating those boxes herself, right?
Yeah, with help from us. So
that's awesome.
If we know the person who's placed an order, we'll be helping with that. Yeah.
So what I've done so far is I just randomly picked up a couple beads, put them on each strand, and I put a size 6 seed bead over both of them.
Love that.
And I'm just kind of loosely, you're going to see a lot of the wire when I'm done. And it'll be fun.
Cute.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm trying to include at least one of every bead on here. I don't like how there's 2 beads right next to each other. Let's fix that one again.
Oh, I liked that.
Yeah.
That's funny that
I don't
you
know.
didn't like it.
See, we're opposites in every way, I'm telling you. I got to put a seed bead between there because I'm just a weirdo. Okay, let's do that.
Debbie says, never heard of the fairy bracelet. What is it? I will link it for you. It is one of our first kits from like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. It's
probably before my time. I don't know how to make it. Yeah. I've been around for about 13 years.
I think it started with a bracelet that I had published in one of the beading magazines. I can't remember what magazine it was. Might have been Stringing, or it might have been like Easy. What was it? Easy something?
Easy Jewelry, Easy. I don't know.
I don't remember either. What is the beading magazine that was
Easy Stringing?
No, it was like a special publication put out by the publishers of Stringing magazine, but it was always my favorite because it was like cool ideas that like were stringing adjacent. Well, I linked the kit in chat so you can check it out, and then there's a video on our YouTube channel for how to make it.
There you go.
And it is not what Becky's doing, but I'm loving what Becky's doing.
I am doing it in a brand new, fresh kind of way.
Debbie says, I'm going to have lasagna tonight after
this
live.
That sounds good. I'm coming to your house. I already ate.
That's
but
fine.
It sounds good. It sounds really good.
Oh, that's cute. Sherry says you could bead an earring and add the transparent pink beads as drops of watermelon juice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I like that.
That's an idea. So this is cool. So it's a translucent, it's a crystal seed bead, red lined.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a little bit like a robot now. Black. Well, and I'm back. Oh, hi.
Hi. We don't know why the screen went black. StreamYard's been fussy lately.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys can still hear us. Somebody say bananas if you can still hear us. But Zakia had is having California shrimp sushi homemade banana pudding with strawberries, and then she's making chicken spaghetti and lobster bisque for tomorrow. That's cool.
Chicken spaghetti?
Becky, can I ask that you go out and come back in?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Press end.
Actually, and then add you back.
Okay. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Yeah. Guys, when Becky goes out and comes back in, we might lose audio again for a minute. We promise to be back. Let's see.
I'll be back.
Dun dun dun. Don't look too close. I spilled food on my shirt.
She did.
I did.
Do it. Hi.
We did it. Okay. Hopefully we're back. So sorry about this. I have no idea what's going on. Somebody say, they already said bananas, so somebody say
Pineapple.
Somebody say
Pineapples.
pineapple if you can hear us.
Pineapple pie.
Oh man.
Yeah, technology is silly sometimes.
This is freaking me out because we have Bead extravaganza coming up next weekend.
That's a big one.
I know.
Yeah.
Hopefully StreamYard gets it together before then.
Get it together.
Yeah. Everybody's saying pineapple. Thank you guys, and we appreciate you sticking with us. We've never really had this many issues all in one stream before. That's
technology
weird.
is silly. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't get it.
So hopefully, I mean, I know that it's just because there's a bunch of updates to StreamYard. It's just.
I don't like updates. Yeah, updates are silly.
What am I going to do? Oh, I was
okay, so let's see. The first time I used a seed bead is the middle. Then I used one of these, and I'll hold this up to the camera in a second. What else can I use for a big hole? Let's use one of these as a big hole.
Hi, Kathy.
So you know how you just get songs stuck in your head?
Yeah.
So let's talk about earworms. What kind of earworms do you have right now? Because mine is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Do.
I feel like,
and I don't know any of the other words at all, which is bothering me.
I feel like that is on the same level as "It's a Small World."
Oh no! Or this is the song that doesn't end. Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah.
So what I'm doing here is I have each of the chords pinched right here so I can see when I'm putting on both sides rather than letting them slide down. You like that little movement with my hand there? Slide down. So they're right here so I can see what's going on. So I can see if I don't put two pink in a row or if I don't put, whatever, because I would just freak out if there was two of the same bead in a row. It's very hard for me to be random. Here, we'll do a melon over there. No, I'm going to use a melon for a big hole. I'm going to use this big guy.
I'm stealing these. I'm sorry. Pardon my reach.
And there's a little birdie. I'll have to put the bird on here somewhere too. Yeah, so I'm thinking this could go around a bunch of times. It wouldn't have to be just like 2 feet cut off. You could cut off like a bunch of it.
Yeah.
I'm really into rat bracelets. Can you tell? I like rat bracelets.
So the 5 feet, like that measurement is just because it's majority soft flex on those.
Yeah.
It, like you're seeing mostly the wire, not a lot of beads.
Yes.
Debbie says, now I have it in my mind. Super Cali.
It's an earworm, huh? And I don't know any of the other words, so that's really bothering me.
Sally says, changes as sung by Youngblood at last weekend's Ozzy final live concert.
Like the David Bowie song, they covered it. Hi, Sally. That would be cool.
I used to sing a never ending song to my kids. Oh, that's funny.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I think Bowie and the Beatles are two bands that if you cover it, you better be really good. Better be really good. I was just telling somebody earlier today about one of my favorite songs is White Rabbit by Jefferson. Or the Jefferson Airplane back then. They changed names so often. And if you like cover music, look up Pink doing a live performance of White Rabbit. Excellent. It's very excellent. She's outside on a stage and there's like people dressed up like the Mad Hatter and like random Wonderland people, and it's very good.
That's neat.
If you like that song.
Art Curious by MNW says, hi, Abby. Hi, Becky.
Hi, Miriam. Everyone. Miriam is in Europe, and it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for her.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here.
Thanks for watching, Miriam. We love you.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Cherie says, I do show tunes to put in my husband's head in your Easter bonnet with all the frills up on it. He substitutes a bad word for the frills.
Oh. Yeah. Miriam,
So,
I don't know how long you've been here, but I was just singing Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
yes, she was.
I was just singing it.
Let's see. Sally says they covered everything at the show. So good.
Cool.
I saw some clips of it, but I haven't had a chance to really watch much of it.
Neat.
Miriam says, "I love you too."
Yeah.
I need it's like I have everything in my little pinches of seed beads except the ones that I
Taking my stuff.
There we go. Now I got a big old pile.
Okay, now I need another large hole. Well, this can be used. I bet this could be used for a large hole. Let's try it. I love these.
Miriam
look at that.
says,
It works.
Yes, I just woke up.
Yes. We were talking about dinner, and I was telling everybody about my amazing, like, weird pumpernickel honey kind of a dressing on my salads they had. Very unexpected. Very good.
Yes.
Also, I am making kind of my own fresh rendition of Abby's fairy bangle that she made a long time ago, before my time. I've been here about 13 or 14 years, and she thinks that one's at least 15 years old. So I've seen it around, but I've never made one. But
I could be way off on that timeline too. I don't really know.
But I've never made one, so
now's the time.
Yeah, and I'm not really making one now, but it's kind of like it, and it's Becky's way.
Yeah, do your own spin on it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So to those of you that are new to watching our streams, or maybe just haven't heard yet, we participate in an awesome quarterly event that we help to put on with 10 other presenters called the Great Bead Extravaganza. And it is next weekend. And I shared in the chat moments ago the link to our kit that just launched today. So I'm going to share that again, just because depending on what platform you're watching on, the link might have gone up in chat.
When I pressed the button to make it live, I felt very powerful. Boom! It's alive now. Or it's listed now. Boom.
Boom.
It's the little things that make me happy. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Cherie says, even though the sound of it is really quite precocious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
There you go. That sounds right.
Jan says, I love this kit. So summery.
So let's look at what I did so far. I am loving it.
So pretty. That looks like a Becky bracelet.
It does. The soft
Definitely
flex.
a Becky bracelet.
Yeah. So the fairy bangle doesn't have this many beads on. You're seeing a lot more of the wire.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely space it out even more, like this kind of a look. But mine are just a little bit closer together. And I am going to stretch it out a little bit so you can see some of the wire. But that is what we have so far. Isn't that fun? I just want to eat it. Don't eat the beads.
Becky likes bodacious bracelets.
Oh, bodacious Becky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm doing over here off camera is I'm just stringing a bunch of green seed beads, different sizes. I'm doing 6s and 8s, all different colors. And then I finished with 11s on either end just to kind of taper down. And I'm going to do something and see if it works. And if it works, I'll show you.
Neat. Although those greens look like a turtle. Turtles are so cute.
Oh, they do look like a turtle.
The turtles at the snake shop down the street are named Lisa and Frank. And actually they're tortoises, but I call them turtles and the employees get mad at me. But their names are Lisa and Frank.
That's cute.
And about this time of year, Lisa and Frank really love each other a lot.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Sherry says watermelon Jolly Rancher delicious. Yes.
Here's the other flat back. I found the other flat back.
I want to just like suck on these beads. That's probably not something that I should say.
No.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
I promise I didn't put any of your beads in my mouth while I was assembling the monthly fun packs. I promise.
Sure.
I promise.
No, don't eat the beads.
No.
You'll get a bellyache and you will break your teeth.
Yes. Or cut your tongue, depending on how strong your chompers are.
Yeah.
Oh no. I put too many beads on. I gotta undo it, but this
look
is
how
what I'm doing so
cute.
far.
It looks like lettuce sticking out of a taco.
That's rude.
Well, it does.
No, it doesn't. It looks like a watermelon.
It looks like a turtle hugging a watermelon.
Okay.
Once you put the seeds on it, it'll look like a watermelon. And I found the other flat back, so now there's 5.
Yay.
Yay. We're slap happy again.
And when are we not?
We are fun employed.
We are. Okay. Thanks, Cherie. Caroline says this is a lovely design, Becky. I need to make one like this too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just making it up as I go along.
I feel like that's when the best designs.
Exactly. Yeah. I was just telling somebody the other day, I like to do the video FaceTime chats with people because like a lot of my friends don't even live around here. So we do the video time, FaceTime chat thing a lot, and we make art together or whatever. And like some of the best things that I make are like when I'm just talking to somebody and like I don't even realize what I'm doing and oh, that looks great. But when I sit down like with a purpose and I want it to look like just like that is when I'm like, why is it turning out?
Right. Yeah. You gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
Debbie says, are some of the TGBE kits have sparkle leather? It kind of looks like it, and I'd love to get one. Yes, they are all our standard size vegan suede, which is like a 3mm flat tape. What am I trying to say? Lacing cord.
Yes.
But some of them are metallic, and the metallic. I mean, it's called metallic, but it shouldn't be because it's more like a kind of a shimmer finish. It is glittery kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them are metallic. Let me let you know which ones are metallic. The brown and bronze is metallic. Pearl and olive is metallic. Gold and copper is metallic. And then the orange and black iris might be metallic. We don't have a kit sample for that one yet because we're still working on that. I don't recall. Is the black and tan metallic? Oh, the black and tan is metallic too. I will say that tan metallic, like the champagne one, is not as glittery. It's more shimmery. But it is a metallic finish. Did I show this yet?
I like sparkles.
Once I put it through with fewer beads.
Not since you've, yeah.
So what I did was I strung the seed beads to the middle of my wire. I'm working with 26 gauge wire. And then I just looped them through where the holes are. I'm probably going to come back up and add another bead like on the ends just to make it look like the rind goes all the way around. And then I might take some of the like size 11 seed beads maybe. And maybe put a little strip between. I don't know.
You know what you could do with all those greens? You could make a jumble bead of a pickle with all those green ones.
That would be cute.
That would be fun. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
I like that.
Yeah.
Gloria says, I found the original fairy bangle bracelet. It was 13 years ago. Awesome.
That was right before my time then. Yeah.
So that video was probably made, honestly, probably about a year after the original iteration was published. I don't know. I could be way off, but I'm pretty sure we published it first and then did a free workshop on it here in the store. And then the video would have come out like a month after the... Who cares? It doesn't matter.
It's been around for a while.
It has.
Yeah. Been around for a while. I haven't used any of these flowers. I'm going to use these flowers because they're cute, but not right next to that though. Oh no, it fell off. My little bird fell off because he's heavy.
I don't know if I want to do a little strip in there.
Get in there. There we go.
See.
There we go. Yeah, maybe I'll make a jumble bead tomorrow.
That would be cute.
I haven't made one of those in a while.
How is it still light outside? Like this light outside?
It's summertime.
That's wild.
Summertime.
We also have a ton of other stuff coming up this month. If you are within traveling distance of the St. Louis area where we are located, we are participating in the Summer's Last Blast Yarn Crawl. So, as you guys may have heard us mention earlier, we are also a yarn shop. So we have a whole entire full service, fabulously stocked yarn shop inside our bead shop.
What?
It is super cool. Debbie says the orange and black doesn't look like either color. Is that right? No, unfortunately, we don't have a picture listed for that. So when you select it, it just goes to like the main image. I should have put a note in there, but I didn't think about that. Thank you for asking. But Becky, would you mind showing the orange and black tray there so that Debbie can see what those colors look like? We just don't have the sample done up yet, but these are the colors.
There's the focal bead. And there's that.
Yes.
And then what color is the vegan suede on this one?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We'll have a picture of it soon. We wanted to have everything listed in time for the kit launch preview party today with Sarah from Softlex Company. So we listed that one and we showed the ingredients on that stream earlier today. If you missed that, you can go back and watch it on the Great Bead Extravaganza's Facebook page or our Facebook page, or I believe Softlex Company shared it as well. Sarah Ayler of Softlex Company hosted it, and Softlex Company is the manufacturer of the wire that Becky is currently working with.
Yeah. I'm going to take this one off so I can try on the new one.
Cool.
I think this looks like goldfish in the ocean.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Beachy.
Have any of you who ordered that kit, the Choose Your Own Adventure Mystery Inspiration Kit, last week, have any of you gotten it in the mail yet? I'm just curious. I know sometimes the mail is super quick, so I didn't know. Debbie says, which one did you say has the most shimmer? I think the brown and bronze. Is it called brown and bronze?
I think so.
Yeah, brown and bronze, I think, is the most glitzy because the seed beads in the St. Petersburg chain are like a metallic gold. The other one that looks kind of like glittery, contrasty is the gold and copper colorway. The pearl and olive has that same cord, but because the colors are a bit more subdued, you don't really see as much shimmer, if that makes sense. Like there's not as much contrast.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lizzie Jean.
Hey, Jean, how are ya?
Glad you think it looks like watermelon, because that was our intent.
Yeah. The watermelon rind over that Abby's working with reminds me of a turtle.
Yeah. I'm going to
It's
steal
adorable.
some more seed beads from you.
So while you were talking, I was trying this on, and it's a good opportunity to say, when you were making a rat bracelet, it's hard to make it look random. It really is. But one thing that really bothers me is if this bead is also going to land here on the next revolution. So when I get to the point where I'm longer than one trip around my wrist, I want to make sure, I just kind of look at it and make sure that like nothing is, what do you call it, adjacent to?
No, adjacent would be like over.
Parallel to.
Yeah.
It's not right next to it.
On top of or right next to.
Right next to, yeah. That.
We want it adjacent.
Yeah, we want it scattered. We want it to look random, not like all lined up. Yeah.
Oh, I like this. This is cute. I can't wait to show you guys.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to have to wait till I string all these little 11s. Yeah. Sorry.
And then you're going to glue on the flat backs?
Yeah, when I'm done with the wire wrapping.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, so let's see. I was going to put one of these for my large hole, but the other one that I used is kind of near there. So I'm not going to. I've been trying to do, let's see, like there's a seed bead, there's a big one. There's a seed bead, there's a big one. Two big ones in a row. Seed bead. Seed bead. Okay, well, I was trying to alternate, but we won't tell anybody.
That's okay.
Yeah. So we did what we did. We did a seed bead last time, so let's do a bigger one. Let's see. I know these have.
It was a humility stitch.
It was, yeah. Let's see if I can use. Yeah, my new one's not until way over there. So yeah, let's use one of these again because I like them. I like them a lot.
I'm so stoked about this little watermelon pendant.
Super cute.
So cute.
Super
I can't wait
cute.
to show you guys. I keep stopping and looking at it and fiddling with it, and I need to just keep beading so that I can
Yeah.
get done with it. I need to steal more seed beads though.
Okay.
I need your 11s because I'm eating up 11s over here.
Yeah, I'm not using many 11s.
Okay.
I don't like the small ones.
Dude, there are so many seed beads in this mix.
It's a good sized tube.
It is.
Yeah. And the tubes are available by themselves too, a la carte.
That is true.
Yeah. And they're on our website, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Lizzie Jean says, looking fresh.
Yeah.
Well, they're on our website unless they've sold out already. I will say that because I know when we launched them and posted them, there was like a frenzy about them.
A frenzy about it.
Frenzy.
Yeah.
People came in. People ordered online.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Mm-hmm.
hot. And
Indeed.
Still hot.
Indeed.
Oh, well, now I've put too many seed beads on.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's now a good time for me to interrupt.
Yes.
Okay, so look what I've done.
Oh,
now I've got this little stripe here that I'm going to put right there. And then I'm going to take that wire that I strung them on and I'm going to string back up through that way. Cute.
Zoop.
Lizzie says those look like little carrots.
Yes. They could, yeah.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Yeah.
Cherie says, I really do love this.
I was just saying that I could take the green seed beads and make a jumble bead that looks like a pickle pendant.
Yes.
But yeah, that looks like carrots totally. Okie dokie. Yeah, this is really coming along good.
Very like fresh produce-y.
Uh-huh.
I know pickles aren't fresh, but they are produce.
Produce-y. Is that a word? Produce-y?
It is now.
It is now, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hey Jean, since you just started, what is your earworm lately? Mine is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but I don't know the other words, but I think it was Cherie. Was it Cherie or Zakia that gave us some of the other words?
Cherie.
Yeah.
Debbie says, are the fairy bracelets on the fairy bracelet, are the different color choices referring to the soft flex wire? I don't remember, but I will look and find out. Let's see.
Let's see. I'm gonna do this one.
Yes, it is referring to the soft flex wire from what I remember. Otherwise, it is referring to the overall vibe of the bracelet, like the crystal colors. But I believe thinking of the mixes that I know we have in stock, it is referring to the soft flex wire.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Lizzie says, Becky, what is the really large piece in the wire wrapping? On mine. So this is a piece of Javanese resin. It is a half moon Javanese resin bead, and the monthly fun packs include one in there because we had this cute little idea to make a watermelon.
And there's flat backs that'll be seeds.
Yeah.
So cool. I think these bigger seeds are begging to be earrings. These.
Yeah. Okay. So when I had a little interruption moment earlier, I wanted to tell you guys that
moment.
Yeah, because I had an outburst earlier. I wanted to tell you guys, which way did I do it now? I like half made a pair of earrings ahead of time. Normally I try not to make anything with the monthly fun pack before we open it because I want it to be like on like split second decisions. But I did little earrings like this.
Cute.
And they were just the cutest thing in the entire world. And what other bead did I put with them? I think I did this. I think I did just like one of those.
Oh, that's nice.
No, was it I don't remember. But this was the general idea. And I was like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And I started making it. I got the supplies. I'm like, no, I have to wait.
No.
Yes.
You have to wait.
I have to wait. Okay.
Waiting is hard.
Waiting is hard. All right. So I'm going to get, what do I want to do? Do I want to string this through? So here's my conundrum. I either want to string my stringing material through this, in which case I would just wire these extra bits off down to the bottom. Or what I could do is wire them to like a little link here and a little link here, which I think I'm leaning towards doing. What would you guys do? String through the bead or like wire it to a little jump ring on either side? Let me know what you think. In the meantime, I'm going to go get a couple little links just to see what it would look like.
I'm looking for, here we go, this will work.
I'm going to have these here just because Debbie was asking about some of the colors. Would you mind just kind of showing some of the shimmery cord real quick for the TGBB?
Let's see which one is shimmery. This one is shimmery.
Is that the black and taupe or tan?
Uh-huh. I love this one. Yeah. I think it's really clever how she used this large hole spacer as a link like that. I think it's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then this one is shimmery. She made a bail out of the, was it size 11s that you made the bail out of?
Yeah.
Those 15s, those are 11s, yeah. And then let's see what else is shimmery. This one is shimmery. And this one is shimmery. Let's see. This one is not shimmery, but I love this one. It's just gray and red. Almost a gunmetal color. Like gunmetal, gray, and red are always a good idea.
It's really sleek.
Yeah, yeah. It could be really dressy or really casual, and that's what I love. This one's going to be a big hit. We've already had almost half of our stock of these sold out already, and it's not even preview night yet. So this one is going to be the most popular one for sure. Kind of turquoisey aqua color with a chocolate brown. And here's purple. Purple. Purple beads. Purple beads. I'm just singing everything tonight. Jean says, hi, Carrie. Carrie Griffith, is he here? If you're here, Carrie, say hello. Or is it somebody else with their name spelled like that? I don't know.
Alrighty. Let's see. It says, who makes these? What, the bracelets? Or are we talking about the fun packs? We all do.
We all do.
Oh, Lizzie says, I met Cherie.
Oh, okay. If it was Carrie Griffith, I was going to show him the color combo because he did the color combo.
Let's see. Jump ring, link, wire to a decorative jump ring. Link.
Look at this one.
Awesome. I'm glad we're on the same page about that.
Look at that one.
Debbie says, what is the name of the two gold looking ones?
Two gold looking ones.
Probably these two. So this one here is the first one that comes up when you go to the Pebble Path Wrap bracelet page. This one is called Brown and Bronze. And then this one here is called Gold and Copper. So it's like gold colored, like mustardy gold colored seed beads.
Yeah.
and then it has copper findings. And then the little seed beads are like a bronzy copper tone. And this little pebble has copper tones as well.
And this one's also kind of
that one's goldy, but I will say that this one gives more like pearl vibes. And then the seed beads that go with it are an olive color. So it's like kind of green nature pearl cottage core kind of.
I like that one a lot.
Oh, I know. I like that one too.
This one's real cool. I think it'll be.
They can't see that. It does.
Yeah. Big tray, little space.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a race between this one and that one selling out first. We've already sold like half of our stock of each of those colors.
My mom was like, this is the only one that we don't have the first batch of kits made. And I was like, oh no, Mom, that's the only one that sold already.
It's gonna be popular.
Hit me. Like, you can't hit me. No, she didn't.
This one's gonna be popular too.
Oh, I know. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Debbie says purple is my second favorite besides the shimmering sparkles.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if this is what it was for, but I saw someone order a kit and then they ordered some of the suede separate. So if you love the beads but want to swap your suede color, we do sell the suede separately.
Yeah.
Just type in vegan suede.
Yeah.
And it'll come up with the regular colors, and then you'll see the metallic colors.
So like you could totally buy this kit, but then buy some vegan suede separate and make this be blue or something if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yep. Lizzie says, oh, I thought you have a designer for the leather ones. That's me. I designed them.
That's Abby.
I will be teaching them next Sunday at the Great Bead Extravaganza.
Abby is a world famous designer.
Well, I hate when you say that, but
well, you've been on the cover of magazines. You've been on TV several times. You're kind of a big deal in the beading world.
Well, it makes me feel weird, but
okay. She's humble and that's awesome. But yeah.
I'll take the tray.
And here's another story that she hates when I tell. So one of the first days I was working here, she asked me, hey, what's a project we could do for workshop? And I said, I don't know, let's look on Pinterest, see what's on there. And she's like, Becky, we don't look at Pinterest for ideas. I put my designs on Pinterest so other people can get ideas.
I didn't say it like that. The thing is, like, we want to come up with our own original designs. Because we have the world at our oyster. No, we have the world at our fingertips. The world is our oyster. You know what I'm trying to say.
We have the world at our oyster.
But like, we are so lucky to live in like this creative like mecca, and we get to work every day and be surrounded by fantastic supplies and creative people. And so it's really kind of like synergistic. These aren't even any of the buzzwords.
They are not.
No, but what I'm trying to say is like it feels good, and like it's good for our creative spirit.
Yeah.
And I think that like we have the talent as designers, all of us. I'm including all of you in chat. We have the talent as designers. We have the spark, and we can make those projects. Like we can do it. And so I think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with looking at Pinterest or like Free People or Anthropology or like any of the Sundance catalog. There's absolutely nothing
we love Sundance.
Wrong with looking for inspiration. But we can do it. We can create those hot projects. So sorry, I'll get off my soapbox. Okay, so I picked 2 chain options. Becky, I noticed that your phone said low battery, and I see that you're plugged in, so I don't know what that's
plugged
about.
in. I don't know. Did this come unplugged? Something just fell off the table.
I don't know. Guys, if we lose hand cam, we'll go through the...
No, everything's plugged in.
All right. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
Maybe it's a bad cord.
I don't know.
Becky got it from the dollar store.
I did.
Okay, which link do we like better for me? Do we like the chunky one, or do we like the kind of thin patterned one? Chunky twist or thin stripes? Chunky twist,
a bad phone cord.
thin stripes. Oh, look at me operating my fingers independently from one another. It hurts to do that. In case anybody is curious, the chunky twist links are chain 860 and the thin stripes are chain 28.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say about making new creations and selling your patterns and ideas and things. I like to see what Abby comes up with. It's usually pretty off the wall, but then after I look at it, I'm like, whoa, that is pretty neat.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid to be a weirdo.
it's unique. Yeah, that's it. You're not afraid to be yourself. And if that means being a weirdo, then so be it.
We in our previous location before we moved here, we had a sign at the checkout counter that said weird is just another word for unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand by that.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like within our community, within, the creative people, you got to be a little bit different, think outside the box, just do stuff and have fun.
I dropped my chain.
Oh no.
Sorry for screaming, guys. I didn't mean to startle anyone.
Well, it couldn't be any worse than when Phil was here.
We'll have to try and remember what stream that was and post it in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Were any of you here for that stream many years ago? When
Phil... Oh, it was like 2 years ago. It wasn't many years ago. It was only like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So tell them what happened.
See, I don't even remember what the context was, but like a
little bit of history. Phil is our traveling bead salesman. He literally travels the world to get beads, and then he travels this country to sell those beads to people like us and bead shops and all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
He has some stories. He is the kind of guy that you can meet and talk to, and then 5 minutes later, you feel like you've known him for years. He's just one of those charismatic, all-around fun guys.
Yes.
And we did a live stream with him. Okay, Abby, it's your turn to finish the story now. I can't find the hole in that bead. There we go.
So we do like live selling shows occasionally, and we were doing a live selling show because he was here for a trunk show. And for those of you that are not able to shop in person, we will pick the most popular or the favorite or most unique things from Phil's inventory and show them on a live stream. And the way that we kind of like itemize them or like skew them is we assign a letter to them.
This is product A. This is product B.
Yes. So we were on to, and like obviously we show more than 26 letters in the alphabet. However many letters are in the alphabet.
Yeah.
Obviously
85.
we show more than that. And so we move on to like duplicate letters then.
A and BB.
Yeah. And so we were on, I think, triple A. And we were like,
yes.
Okay, so we just finished with item ZZZ or ZZ.
Yeah.
And
moving on to AAA.
And Phil goes,
triple A. Ah! And both of us jumped.
It was so startling.
We jumped.
He yelled it. And I feel so sorry for anybody who was on that stream and wearing headphones.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because
I think I even said that. Sorry, headphone wearers. It was hilarious though. We both jumped.
I didn't even know what he was screaming.
I mean, he's a fun guy and everything, but we weren't even expecting that.
It was so funny.
We all laughed for like a half hour.
Oh man. Let's see. Phil is fun. Yeah, it seems like a lot of you have heard of him or have met him. Debbie says, has he been on a bunch like with TGBE or tutorials?
No.
He has visited and sold to some other TGBE presenters.
Yeah.
Like Kay, he goes to Kay from Stars Beads a lot. I'm trying to think of who else. Maybe just Kay. I don't know.
Yeah. He doesn't like the limelight very often.
No. Well, he likes talking in person.
Yeah.
And he sells
seashells by the seashore.
He does, literally.
He does.
But no, what I was going to say is he sells wholesale. And when he does sell retail, it is like in trunk show format at bead stores.
Yeah.
So like he wouldn't necessarily be making tutorials or like selling live outside of a bead shop or bead store format.
Yeah.
He, however, he does own a store in or a building in Oregon, and there is a bead store there that he is involved with.
Yeah.
But it's separate from his business.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sheree says, I was on one of his shows. Awesome.
Cool.
Sue says, I remember the sign at the original store about bringing kids into the store. I got the biggest kick out of it.
Unsupervised children will be given a cappuccino and a puppy.
Yes. Yes. Candy, espresso, and a puppy,
Uh-huh.
I think is what it
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
And we did hand out a few puppies.
Oh my goodness.
Not really.
Art Curious by NNW. says-
Miriam.
Yep, Miriam. I'm just used to
Yeah.
saying people's screen names. Beware of item CBD. Oh, that's funny. Debbie Johnson says, I think I was there for that. It was very funny.
And that was when Milky Jonquil was a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And we were just cracking up the whole time.
It was great.
Yeah, it was.
Debbie Johnson says, what about Jill Wiseman? You know, I don't know. I don't think Phil has ever partnered with Jill Wiseman.
Yeah.
For those of you that are not familiar, Jill Wiseman is a fabulous seed bead artist as well as just jewelry designer in general. And she sells bead supplies as well as patterns.
Yeah. And we've collaborated with her.
We participate in Bead Shopping Network, which is another quarterly event. That one's more focused on like bead shopping
Live
rather
sales.
than like class and learning format like Bead Extravaganza is.
Yeah.
So that one's just like great deals, good sales, selling cool stuff the whole time.
Rapid fire.
Lizzie Jean says, how are the orange ones going to fit in?
I'm not going to use the orange ones on this.
Which ones are we calling orange?
The carrots.
They're not orange, are they?
There's only one carrot and we all got to share it.
Color.
I like Bruno
They're
Mars.
like pink corally.
They're kind of corally colors, yeah.
Do they look orange? They do kind of look more
They look
orange on
orange.
screen than the other ones.
Yeah.
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 Sue says, Phil is educational. I love listening to his adventures. Yeah.
He is so fun.
He's got great stories and he is great for conversation.
And he likes Star Trek more than I do.
He's just an all around great guy.
Yeah.
Debbie says, we're in Oregon. That's where I live. Garibaldi.
Garibaldi.
Garibaldi or Garibaldi?
Not the chocolate company.
Oh no, not Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli?
I don't know. Is it Ger or Ger?
It's on the coast. It's a beach town.
Sherry says he was there right after the Milky Jonquil debacle. Oh, that's right.
I made him a sticker that said Milky Jonquil.
Yeah.
And he said he was going to put it on his truck.
Yep.
So next time I see him, I'm going to ask him if it's on his truck. Hi, Phil, if you're watching. I think Phil watches a lot of these and doesn't speak up.
You think he does?
Yeah.
I think he's busy.
Pretty sure he does. So
Playing-
anyway, hi, Phil.
Playing pinball.
Playing pinball?
Slinging beads.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where I'm at so far. I attached those little doohickeys so I can string above and beyond.
Above and
I'm
beyond.
going to wire them a little differently, though.
Isn't that what Buzz Lightyear says?
To infinity and beyond.
Okay, yeah, that's not really above and beyond, but yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're 30 minutes over.
Oh my.
I feel like that's okay because we're having fun.
We're having fun. We've got people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of you that have joined us.
Oh, look how perfect that is. That's just about where I'm going to join it.
Oh, that's
So that is
awesome.
2 revolutions around.
So you're going to put a clasp. So yours is not going to be a bangle, right?
I'm going to do a clasp. Yeah. And I might even take off a section or 2 because I do want to spread these out a little bit to show off the wire a little bit more, because there's a green wire and there's a white wire and I want that to show. So yeah, I might Yeah, I'm going to take off at least one section. I'm going to take off 2 sections and see what happens. I can always put back together.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the cool thing about beads. You can take it apart. So I'm going to take the other bead stopper here so they don't fall off, because I know that I'm a clumsy girl. So let's spread this out a little bit.
Oh, cool. Debbie says that's awesome. I've been there then.
Cool. Yeah, what is it
Neat.
called? Belladonna?
Yeah, belladonna beads.
I was trying to think of the name of it. Yeah, Amy runs that, right?
No, not
No.
Amy.
What is her name? I always forget her name.
Oh, I know it. She's so fun.
Yeah.
What is her name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Now they don't do like mystery boxes, I don't think, but I kind of sort of know. Oh, what is her name?
I know.
I
know it.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of know her, just from being around. And so I told her one time, I said, I like everything that I see from your shop online. If I just give you like an allowance of this is how much I want to spend, will you just like fill up a box of stuff and send it to me surprise? She's like, yeah, that sounds like fun. And I told her, yeah, literally anything in your shop, everything that I've seen from you is pretty awesome. So she did, and she had fun, and I liked everything in that darn box.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she sent me like some Doctor Who stuff, just some raw stones, all kinds of stuff. I'm playing
Neat.
beads now. Yeah. So
That's so cool.
yeah.
Lizzie says, how long is a wrap bracelet? 5 feet. There is not one specific size for a wrap bracelet. Depends on your wrist size, and it depends on how many wraps you would like it to be.
Yeah.
But 5 feet would give you a lot of wraps.
Yeah. So the color combo bracelets that I do with the Eslon, I usually cut off about 5 feet of that. It's a wingspan, and I'm 4 feet. I am 5'4" tall, so it's a little over 5 feet probably of each color. The Eslon when I do those. Tonight I cut 2 feet of white and 2 feet of green in the soft flex. So yeah. So since we're not
You're
putting
knotting.
yes,
The Eslon bracelets.
Yeah.
A good rule of thumb is every knot is going to take up an inch. Depending on the thickness of your cord, that's going to change that. But that's just kind of a good kind of standard
rule of thumb
to keep in mind.
I'm not knotting here. So 2 feet is going to go around 3 times. When I had all the beads condensed, I had, about this much left over, and I was going to put a clasp on it. But with them all spread out a little bit, it's going to go around 3 times. And where's my other end? Yeah, so I can either put another section on here, or I think I'm going to take some chain and put a lobster over here, and then a couple inches of chain and connect it to over here, because I like the amount of flow that this has. Is that the right word? Flow?
I think flow is good.
The amount of party. Yes.
The amount of party.
The amount of party that's in this.
Sherry says, Becky, that's snot.
What? What?
What's talking about Milky Jonquil?
Milky Jonquil is snot.
That's funny. Kayla says, it looks great, Abby. Thank you.
Yeah, what she's doing is really cool. Yeah.
At this point, I'm just like securing it with more passes of the wire.
Yeah.
Just because 26 gauge wire is kind of thin.
I've made a mess. I'm going to clean up my mess.
But I'm not doing anything that you guys haven't already seen me do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Art Curious by MNW says, nice bracelets.
Yeah.
Zakia says, Becky, your wrap bracelet is fantabulously made. Abby, your watermelon is coming together. Definitely superbly crafted. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet.
What color chain should I put on this?
I don't know. I thought gold looked good with this, but silver would be good too.
You've got gold out. My default is silver.
Yeah.
But I am open.
Copper would even be good.
I think, that's why I'm asking, because like anything black chain.
Black would be pretty.
Because what do we think?
Angela says that's a gorgeous bracelet. Love the mix of beads.
Yeah, let me go get a couple chains.
Angela, I don't know if you were here earlier when we mentioned that we do have a couple of extra monthly fun packs available. This has already shipped out, but we had, I think, 2 left over from this month. So we did list them, and I am going to share that for anybody in the chat who would like to grab one of these fun packs. Just keep in mind, this does not, so the purchase of the extra monthly fun pack does not enroll you in the monthly subscriptions. This is just a one-time purchase for the leftovers of, not the leftovers, but the leftover packages that we have extra. I am going to take a minute to share in the chat again the monthly fun pack if you would like to subscribe and join us monthly with this creative fun. Let's see. And then I will take a minute while Becky's coming back with the chain. I'm just wiring back through here a couple times just to really anchor these guys on. Caroline says black or silver chain, but they may all work. Or they all may work. Cherie says black.
So I got some silver. I got some copper, and I'll bring these closer to the camera in a second. Got some black, and then Abby had this gold one on the table already.
I did. I've got this one too. This one's chunky. I love to use the heavier metals.
Heavy metal.
Cherie says, love these projects, ladies.
Thank you.
We have been loving seeing the projects that you have made with our monthly fun packs. If you make anything using monthly fun pack or choose your own adventure or any supplies that you get from the Bead Place or otherwise,
we want to see it.
Share pictures. Yeah, we want to see it. You can share pictures of your creations in our Facebook group. It's simply called the Bead Place Facebook group, and I will share that.
Yeah. Sharing is caring.
Or if you use platforms other than Facebook, just tag us in your pictures because we would love to see it.
Oh no.
Lizzie Jean says, can we enroll anytime? Yes, you can enroll anytime. Just know that the next month's payment will process on the date of your original enrollment. So like, let's say if you enroll today, the 9th, your next payment will be August 9th. So it'll just repeat on whatever day of the month it is.
And the fun packs that you see on our streams like this have already been mailed out, so that there's no spoilers.
Yes.
You'll get the next one.
Yes. Unless you're purchasing a random extra monthly fun pack that we might happen to have.
Sometimes we have one or two.
We don't have extras.
Yeah. Sometimes we do. Yeah. So what are we thinking?
Cherie says, now I love the gold. Caroline says, how about black and gold? Lizzie says black. Jan says copper. Gloria says black. I think black is our winner.
I think so too.
Going by vote.
I think so too.
This is not a choose your own adventure, Becky. So this decision is yours, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted other people's opinions. I'm thinking black also because the seeds, and there are some black beads in here, and I would bring that out. Yeah, let's do it.
Into it.
Let's do it.
About it. Very cool.
Yeah. This is a big old spool.
Yes, it
is. Let's see. And there's the gold one. In case you like these other chains too, this one is chain 28. The copper one I had out is chain 282. And the silver one that I had out was chain 2600 on our website, beadplace.net. And then the black one that I'm choosing, oh my gosh, you see it just came undone. The black one that I'm choosing is chain 365?
It's chain not on our website because it is a discontinued style.
Oh. If you want some of this, just message us and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It is $375 a foot. We'll figure it out. Let us know. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna need some crimps.
That one we're not able to do wholesale on that because that's not through our manufacturing.
Yeah. Well, if it's been discontinued, then this is all we have. So you'd order it.
Like you wouldn't be able to get any.
Yeah, a lot of our chains you can buy by the spool wholesale. But this one this is all what there is. Yeah. So you can order it by the inch or the foot, or just send us a message and we'll figure it out. Yeah. Do we have time tonight for me to crimp this on here? Or are we thinking about?
It's up to you. I got all night.
I have no plans. Okay. Well, then let me go get some crimps. You want some glue for your flat back, so you're not quite that far yet?
I'm not quite that far yet.
Okay.
I'm still wiring.
Okay. Let me figure out what color lobster am I going to use. I'll just see what we have open in our stock. Rock lobster.
I'm going to sit here for a minute.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. All right. So basically what I have been doing, I went through and captured these links back and forth a couple times with each of my wires. And now what I'm doing to just kind of solidify everything together and hold these little bits and bobbles in place is I'm taking my wire here and I'm just basically like sewing it through. Oh, wrong direction. I'm holding it the other way now. I'm sewing it through here. Hopefully you can see that well. But basically it's just the spot in between my top two seed bead strands and where I've wired that little link on there. And so I'm just doing that to fill in any open spots and then also to really anchor the tail end of my wire so that it doesn't get caught on anything. Remember, I'm using that 26 gauge wire and it is kind of flimsy. I also like that because I'm using a peridot colored wire, it adds more of that pop of green and it just kind of makes it look more fun on the end here. I know it's itty bitty stuff, so I hope you guys can see that okay. But when I do it to one side, I go over and do it to the other side. That way I remember to make it even. So I just go back and forth, because sometimes when you're working with these tiny things, it's hard to see those wraps. It's hard to see. So rather than trying to remember how many times I wrapped it, I'll just do one side and then go to the other side, and then one side and then go to the other side. And I like to make sure these seed beads here are down. And then a trick that I have, if you are working with wire that has already been hardened a little bit from working with it, I'll kind of stick my finger in that loop as I tighten it until it gets kind of small. And then I make sure that everything is lined up exactly where it should be so that when I go in and wrap it, everything goes where it's supposed to, like that. And then Becky's back, so I'm going to hop back over.
Guess who's back? Back
Becky's
again. Becky's back.
Oh,
Tell a
thank you,
friend.
guys. Becca says that watermelon is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think so too.
Debbie hasn't used flatbacks before.
Oh.
Well, they are easy if you make sure to only use a little bit of very strong glue. It's very, very easy to overuse the glue and then it gets messy.
Yeah.
So the trick is just to use a little bit of glue.
A little bit. And put it on what you're gluing, not what you're gluing it to. Like you put
depends.
I would put it on the flat back and not the watermelon itself.
Yeah, it depends on the flatbacks, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess it does depend, yeah. So
No.
when you're using a chain for an extender and a clasp, I always like to make sure that my lobster goes into the chain before I put it on. Because sometimes the lobster's too big or the chain is too small or, something like that. So these all go. So we're good.
Thank you for the compliments, everybody. Debbie says, that looks amazing, Abby. This is adorable. Thank you. Lizzie says this would be good wire for crochet. Yes, this is the wire that we use in our wire crochet with beads classes. So good eye. It is a fantastic, soft, high quality craft wire. Debbie says, did you say that the wire is a peridot color? I didn't know Softflex has that. Well, they might, but we love Softflex wire. Their craft wire is fantastic. We carry their jewelry wire. However, we do not carry their craft wire. We have our own manufacturing source for craft wire. So this is our wire. It's probably the same thing, maybe. I don't know, honestly.
Similar.
But ours is non-tarnish copper core wire manufactured by Paramount. They're just our wire manufacturer. But the wire is craft wire, soft temperament, and this is our peridot color.
Yeah.
I don't know if Softflex has a peridot craft wire or not.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cut off. Where's the other cutters? Here we go.
Caroline says,
Chomp,
how
chomp,
cool
chomp.
is that beading wire work, Abby? Thank you.
Yeah. She does all the fancy stuff.
Thank you. Lizzie Jean says, little dabble do ya. Yeah,
Yep.
that's for sure. When you're using high quality glue, a little dabble do ya. That's for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Gloria says, what kind of glue do you use for flat back crystals to prevent them from getting cloudy? You want to make sure that you are not using a cyanoacrylate type super glue because it will cloud your crystals. So you want to stay away from anything that's a quick dry or a hard dry glue in most cases. So my two favorite glues for flat backs would be Hypo Cement, GS Hypo Cement, or my personal favorite is E6000. There are lots of other glues, but those are my favorite only because that's like what I'm used to using.
Yeah.
But just we like a flexible hold glue and one that does not dry immediately because the fast or instant dry glues or the hard dry super glue style glues will frost your crystals.
Word.
Yes. Debbie says, oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that you had your own wire too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We, it's just private labeling. Honestly, I don't want anybody to think that we are manufacturing the wire. We order them to be manufactured, and sometimes it's already manufactured and they put it on spools for us. We are not the manufacturer. We just have a private label under a manufacturing company. I don't know if anybody cares about that specificity.
But
I am an open book. So now you know the ins and outs of the Bead Place manufacturing processes. We are not the manufacturers. We just have manufacturers.
Yeah, we don't have time to go to the factory and make them ourselves.
No. Softflex is the manufacturer of Softflex beading wire, though. I will say that.
Yes. They're a little bit bigger company than we are.
No, they're not.
No?
Well, maybe. They are a small business as well. But
we employ 6 people.
They probably, I couldn't.
They employ 8.
I was going to say, they probably have maybe twice that, but I don't know for sure. Maybe not. I don't know. If anybody from Softflex is watching and you feel comfortable telling us how many people
how many employees do you have? Yeah.
But I think a lot of people think that like these big presence in the online beading community companies are big companies, but
hi Debbie.
We are not. Hi Marianne. Thanks for hopping on. We are streaming late because we're having too much fun.
We're having fun. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna put 1 crimp on each wire, right?
Girl, do your own thing.
Okay. Because I wanted to put it over both, but I'm afraid it's just not gonna. It fits.
It'll fit, and you can fit 1 back down through, but not 2.
Oh.
The colored wire might be a little trickier.
Yeah.
But you can do it. It will work.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of my favorite ways to go 2 to 1, but.
Yeah, and then you just cut off the one.
One goes this way, one goes that way. When you like your tail ends, one is going that way, one is going that way, and you just cut them off.
Oh, like bead weaving. Like this?
I'm sure you're right, but I don't know the.
Like this? You're talking about like this?
No. Can I show you? Can I just take it and show you?
Yeah.
Because we use different words.
Yes.
We have different learning styles.
Yes.
And I know that you learn by doing.
Yes.
So this goes on this way. This goes on this way. They're both going that way.
Yeah.
One of them, whichever one you want, goes back through.
And then after it's secure, then I cut off the one sticking out.
Yep, you cut that one and that one, and they're going opposite directions.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay, have fun.
Yes. So just thinking out loud here, I'm going to put my chain over the one that's going to go back through the thing. So it secures it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just watching to make sure I understood what you were saying.
Yeah.
Before I said yes.
What is she doing? Yeah.
Sheree says, Abby, can you wire your melon to black leather? I totally could. My idea, I mean, I'll string it through and show you what it looks like. But I did have an idea to maybe use any of the leftover seed beads and space them apart with jewelry tube to make it look like black leather, but have some fun beads in there.
Yeah. Are you proud of me? I have not told one melon joke tonight.
I am proud of you.
Not talking about the melons.
So, Cherie, it'll look like it's on black leather, but then I can more easily use some of the beads here that have smaller holes. Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say use jewelry tube to make it look like the beads are strung on leather? Let me know in chat if you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, I'm happy to grab an example to show you. I just don't want to like show you stuff that isn't necessarily relevant if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jewelry tube is really cool.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Becky has a project coming up later this month with jewelry tube.
Do I? Oh, I do.
Yeah. Do you want me to grab it?
Yeah. Yeah, let's show it off.
Because then that would be showing them what we're talking about also.
Yeah. So I made it for myself. And I've gotten quite a few compliments on it when I wear it to work. I call it a scarf necklace, and you'll see why in a minute. So we altered it just a little bit from the one that I made for myself, just so it's more beginner friendly and it doesn't take 5 hours to make. Mine was pretty labor intensive. So yeah, here's what Abby was talking about. My scarf necklace.
So I'm going to show it to you this way so you can see what it looks like first, and then I'm going to switch back to face cam and Becky can try it on. So this is jewelry tube. It looks like these beads are strung on leather cord. However, what's going on here actually is that this is, let me find the focal point. This is tubing that has been cut in sections, and these are strung on wire, just like what Becky's working with now. And I'm going to plop this on Becky's head.
Plop it on my head.
Actually, I'm going to wrap it around Becky's head. Becky's got a ponytail.
Should we go to face cam for plopping on my head?
No. I'm
You'll have to imagine what it looks like to plop something on my head.
I want to fling you with that. Okay.
Viola.
So you can see how it's like wrapped around like that. Mm-hmm. So if you want to learn the secrets to Becky's scarf necklace, that'll be coming up later this month, and that'll be scheduled soon. I gotta send you the
charms on the end. You can put whatever charms you want on it. So I just wear mine like this, but you can wear it any way that you wear a scarf. So like wrap it around like this. You can put one of them back there. You can wrap it around several times. You can, yes, that was the next one I was going to do. You can do this sort of thing, like a loose little, any way you want it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and then you can mix up the colors of the fire polish you put on it. Mm-hmm. You can mix up the charms you put on it. All of my designs are very customizable.
Yeah. Yeah, like a lariat necklace. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got it. I was like looking at the camera trying to see it. All right. Let's go back to hand cam. You are there. And we're back in business.
I'm just making my crimp look all pretty.
Nice.
Feel it's a crimp.
So because we are already almost an hour over on time, I feel like we are coming to the end of our projects tonight. However, we will be back tomorrow at noon Central Time.
Tomorrow.
To continue with these projects, to start new ones. I'm going to do my little watermelon seed earring idea because I cannot live without earrings made out of those.
There will be coffee.
There will be.
There will be coffee.
And
a big coffee.
Yeah.
Because I only sleep like 4 or 5 hours a night.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
My parents have been, it's like my parents are only TGBE employees. My parents come and help whenever whenever we need to make 1,000,000 kits for the Great Bead Extravaganza.
It's gonna be perfect.
I can't find my dad earlier today. We were short staffed today, so I was like super busy, and I was like, where did he disappear to? Is he still here? I walked in my office and he was sleeping on the chair.
Dad fell asleep.
Is he breathing?
I hope so.
And so we asked my parents, like, so the store closed. Like, we were streaming with Softflex earlier today, and when I got done with the stream, the store was already closed. Becky and I usually run to dinner before the stream starts, because we got to eat. So we went to dinner and we invited my parents, and they were like, no, we don't really feel like going. We want to go home. So we were like, you want to go now, or are you going to keep working, or what's up? You going to let yourselves out? They were like, we'll just leave whenever we're done with this batch. So we went to dinner. It took a long time because it's a new restaurant. They were really busy. We got back and my parents were still here. It had been like, what, an hour and 45 minutes?
Something like that, yeah.
And I was like, you still working? And my mom was like, no. I realized after you left that I forgot my key at home. So
Oopsies.
They were here, and hopefully they got more stuff done.
I think they did.
Okay, good. I don't even remember where I was going with that. Oh, just that like my parents are here more during TGB time, but occasionally they're sleeping in the office instead of
yeah.
You were talking about not getting sleep at night. That's the connection there. Yeah. Okay.
And when Dad stops by, he gets us stuff from the dollar store, like drinks and snacks. Yeah. He's not my dad, too. I just call him Dad because I don't have a dad. And he lets me call him Dad. But it's really Abby's dad.
He can be your dad, too.
Yeah. I don't call Rhonda my mom, though. I call her Rhonda.
Well, I think it's because you knew her.
I knew her as Rhonda, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dad isn't officially on the payroll, so I don't work really with him. He's a good helper. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to figure out a good layout for these little seeds, for these little flat backs. Can I slide in real quick while I have these laid out?
Yes.
This is the idea. So I will probably glue these tomorrow after I figure out what layout. Like, do I want it symmetrical? Do I want it random? But isn't that cute? And then we can just string this onto a piece of cord or connect it to the links, however we want to do it. But we will figure that out tomorrow. Yeah.
Will you connect it?
I would be happy to connect it.
I can't do it with one hand.
My fingernails are short, so I won't even stab you with my fingernails.
Check it out. It's a bracelet.
So cute.
And it's a fidget toy, too, because you can move the beads all around. Oh, I love it.
I love it, too.
Oh, I love it. And you can wear it as a necklace, too.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
It's a fidget toy.
I'm going to go back up here.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I'm just worried that your phone's going to die.
Oh.
I don't know if it plugged back in or not.
Who knows?
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. We will see you tomorrow at noon Central. Make sure to bring your coffee, your water, your drink of choice. Because as Becky likes to say,
stay hydrated, kids.
Yeah. So we will see you tomorrow. We will also remind you that this Saturday is the Ava Motherwell Collection One Day Only Trunk Show here at the store.
So excited.
Yes. If you are not able to make it, we do have those Ava's Picks mystery boxes available for $25 each. I will say that, like, her prices are great.
Yeah.
However, if you want a ton of stuff for great prices, get multiple boxes because then you get a wider variety of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the hack that people have been doing. Yeah. I think that that's really smart.
You can tell us I like pink and blue and green.
Yes.
And we'll do our best.
Do our best. No guarantees.
Yeah.
But we will do our best. And you guys know if you've gotten our boxes before, any of the mystery boxes or like the Phil's picks when Phil's here, you know that we put our heart and soul into picking stuff out for you.
Yeah.
Besides that, we have the Great Bead Extravaganza coming up next weekend, starting off Friday with the preview party. Our presentation is Sunday, but then that Saturday, if you are in the St. Louis area, we are teaching a beads and brews bracelet making workshop at Verona Coffee Company in Collinsville, which is just like the next town over that way. So we'll be drinking coffee and making bracelets with coffee beads.
Yay.
We've got coffee bean beads. So
Coffee bean shaped beads.
Yes.
They're not made of coffee.
No.
That
they're
wouldn't be
not.
good. Don't eat the beads.
Don't eat the beads. But if you need coffee beans, like real ones, they do sell them there at Verona Coffee Company.
They have good coffee there.
They do. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So you can check out all of our products and all of our upcoming events at beadplace.net. I'm going to take a second to link our calendar in chat for you. The calendar might be interesting to you even if you are not within traveling distance of the St. Louis area. What just happened there?
It just blinked. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because we list our online events there too, so you'll see upcoming online events like Free Charm Day all the way up in October. We've got all kinds of fun stuff there.
Yeah.
And then also, what was the other thing? Oh, Yarn Crawl. So the last weekend of this month is the Summer's Last Blast Yarn Crawl. So if you're a knitter, crocheter, spinner, felter, fiber artist, weaver, the St. Louis area yarn shops are putting on a shop hop. There's fantastic giveaways, prizes, all
How
kinds
many
of
shops
cool
are there
stuff.
this year?
7 or 8.
89 stores.
Yeah.
7 or 8.
14,000.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somewhere between 6 and 10.
A bunch of
There's
fabulous
a bunch.
ones. Yes.
Yeah.
And so we have shared that information with you guys as well online. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow at noon. Is there anything I was supposed to say? I feel like there's like way more stuff, but it might just be like backup and stuff. But
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You guys will figure it out too if we're like randomly doing something huge, and
Yeah.
you'll see it. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Bye.